Madagascar. This one's for you. The beat is fire and I'm ready to go because it's time for the Basco scenario. Some people like flair, some people like flash, but if it ain't hot, some people call it trash. I call him vanilla chocolate. He just like when it fits well in my pocket. Watch it now or watch it later. His name so fly it means liberator. Sit back, relax, and watch the show. Gascar, get ready, man. It's time to go. Peace. Basco scenario coming to you each and every week. Peace.
Is there any stuff?
What is going on, people? Welcome to this Friday edition of Basco Scenarios channel, where we're going to talk about what everybody's basically been talking for the last 2 days. Spider-Man No Way Home. All I have to say is, damn, what a movie.
I agree.
And I have Danny, aka Comic Chat, with me, and G Major, the DJ himself. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right. Doing fantastic.
Fantastic. Cool. Danny just got back from seeing it once again and did not have a good experience on this one. Not because of the movie, but because of the theater experience.
Uh-oh.
You're muted, Danny.
It's just like I said whenever I was saying which is better, movie versus home experience. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie because most people in their homes don't have this 200-inch screen movie screen like they do at the theaters, and they don't have the surround sound. But I got a sound bar. I got surround sound in my den, and man, it sounds pretty damn good. I got like a 70-inch 3D TV, so if I want to see it in 3D, I just manipulate whatever. But yeah. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it's better than IMAX. I've never been to IMAX, but I've heard good things about it. But this damn show is so much more better when you ain't going to listen to some asshole and you can't say nothing about it, because if you approach yourself, you don't know whether or not he's packing. And he might cause some big scene. I had 3 kids with me. I had my 2 grandsons and their little friend, so I don't want to put them in harm's way. Right. But it was just aggravating. And when I pay $71, if that's how much it costs for all 4 of us, when I pay $71 damn, I want a good experience. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I just aggravated with that. But the movie, fantastic, man. Yeah. I can't give it an A+, but it definitely gets an A.
Man, G Major, how about you? How was your overall theater experience in watching the movie?
It was not, it was good. The seating, everybody pretty much kept like a seat away from each other. So I thought I was very impressed with that. And that was a damn good movie. And the crowd got into it. We had some good laughs. It was fun. Fun. And like Danny, I give it an A also. Definitely an A. But to me, it's the best Spider-Man movie.
Really?
Yep. The best.
Wow.
To date.
You know what? I watched that show that Danny and myself did, where I questioned it. Why the show was called Spider-Man No Way Home. Will this be Marvel's home run? That was the title of the show. And today's title of the show is No Way Home is Marvel's home run. Mm-hmm. And definitely it was the 2.5 hours for me went by flying. Yep. I didn't feel it at all.
Right.
And to know that this was a great movie is that when it ended, I wanted to see more. Right. Mm-hmm. And a Marvel movie hasn't done that for me, like really wanting to see more, and had my mindset, wow, all these possibilities now, right?
Right.
And I love, Zendaya. Like, I didn't like her in the other 2 movies that much, and it was She was good in this movie.
It
Yes,
looked like
she
she
was.
actually went back and read comic books how Mary Jane
Hmm.
um and and Peter Parker how they co-mingle together and stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
One thing I didn't like was when they said the tiger thing and they had the reporter saying it
Yeah.
like because that's a Mary Jane line in the comic books.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Um,
right. Go get him, Tiger.
go get him
Yep. Yep.
tiger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care for that, but I see they were paying homage. Also, if you look at the old Spider-Man, like the 1970 Nicholas Hammond,
Hmm.
the way if you remember, I don't know whether you caught this. I caught it, or at least I think I did. He's climbed a certain way on top of the building, and then when Spider-Man was the Tom
Tom
Holland
Holland.
Spider-Man was fighting the Goblin in the building.
Hmm. Hmm.
He
Hmm.
climbed the building. It was very similar styles on how the Nicholas Hammond
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I
So,
know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
so I don't
yeah.
know whether they kind of winked at him and did that, paying homage,
Most probably.
but it was
Yeah.
really good. It was I really enjoyed this movie.
Like from the beginning, I liked how it started right off uh their last movie, and it
Yep.
showed it showed their struggle as teenagers trying to, it felt really real in their transition of real life in the movie, right? As a couple, as
Right.
friends trying to see things work out.
Hmm.
It was so well written, right? That everything flowed,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Everything flowed in that movie. There was no part that really felt out of place, really, for me,
Right.
and I'm talking about, you know, from the emotional parts, which was, it touched close to home, right?
Hmm.
The
Right.
little,
Hmm.
the
and see,
moment. Go ahead.
they put like little. I don't want to say Easter egg, but they put little seeds, multiple seeds on a direction it could go. And I give you an example.
Mhm.
Like Ned Leeds, we know, of course, in the comic books, he becomes Hobgoblin. And then when he had that conversation with the other Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, he was like, do you have a best friend? And he was like, yeah, he
I
died
had.
in my arms, tried to kill me. So
Yep. Yeah.
I'm theorizing that, okay,
Wasn't
still,
that scene great though?
That was
When they're in
funny.
the lab, wasn't
and,
that freaking so well done?
and then
And,
since
and
he don't know, he don't have a memory anymore,
yeah,
and he's not loyal to Peter, so he might
right.
become evil now that he
That's right.
doesn't remember. So I like the way Kevin Feige laid that out, or Sony, or whoever did that. That was
Hmm.
really cool.
Right. But I
I
like
can
the.
see. I can
Mhm.
see if he falls for MJ, Ned,
That's
and
what I
then
thought.
she start, and then start falling for Peter, and he gets jealous.
That could
That
push him
could.
over.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think so though. I don't think they're gonna it'll go that route, because he made a decision to he had the opportunity at the end, right, to really tell her what he wanted to tell her on the paper, and he
Hmm.
saw how peaceful they were, not being in his
Not, have,
world of
not having that
of
burden on him.
The burden no
exactly. And
more.
I think that's what made him say, and it goes back to reflect what Doctor Strange said to him. You're the problem. You can't be both people. You have to choose to be one,
Right.
right?
Oh,
And it was funny how those little
well,
messages
that
were echoing throughout the movies, right?
I didn't necessarily agree
Hmm.
with that because
No,
all
no, you don't,
superheroes.
but it's a
Right.
decision, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It's a decision.
One thing I
But
want to say that is everybody. I know some like so his identity is revealed. Iron Man.
who?
Everybody knew who Iron Man was. Everybody knew who Captain America was. Yes, but you're talking about one, a teenager. Two, he got
Mhm.
blamed for a murder, and it
Yeah.
reflected back on everything he did.
Yeah, I didn't see how everybody blew it out of proportion. But I like the way they kind of neatly packaged up. You ain't gonna worry about the legal side of this, but the polar public opinion is where you're gonna have to. And then it
Right.
seemed like they kind of died down a little bit. The only one that seemed was steady on that train was J. Jonah Jameson. He was pissing me off the whole movie. All
Oh yeah.
his rhetoric and
It
bullshit.
was him and his freaking social media freaking tycoon things, right? But I liked when how the foreshadowing, right? That we got at the end the second end credit. I didn't expect to get all that. We'll talk about that a bit later. But when Peter tells Doctor Strange, right? When he was telling them he wants to try and save them, and he goes, "Don't you have a heart?" Right? When he said that right away, like my daughter mentioned it, and I was like, "Shit, it's true."
Mention
What Peter said to Doctor Strange about "Don't you have a heart?" when he wanted to save them, and Doctor Strange wanted to send them back, right, and die in their reality. So it goes back to that what if episode, right?
Oh yeah, they definitely mixing what if, because that little thing he kept the spell in.
Yep,
Looked
exactly.
just like that little cube that Ultron and Killmonger's in. I don't want to see Killmonger in this version. I don't want to see Ultron either, but I think they're going to cherry pick certain parts of it. You already cherry picked that little hexagon thing, and now
we
we
got
see
the doctor, the
evil Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Well, we saw him right in the second.
And then they show him.
Strange.
They showing that reality. The lady, his girlfriend, is walking down the aisle in the wedding dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she's gonna get killed, and that's gonna drive him. Or I've heard another theory that's Mephisto. So it's gonna be interesting.
Are we actually gonna get him? That's the thing, right?
That's what I heard.
Man.
What also is cool too, you see how they did the Venom thing, because now that symbiote could attach somebody over here, or the Eddie Brock in this universe, and then we could see the Venom that we all want to see instead of this Venom in another universe. So that was slick how they did that.
But you see, that's the thing now, right? He's healed all these characters. They've gone back. Eddie Brock, right, who was asking all these questions, was getting all this information. And he goes, and the last thing he says is, "I have to pay this Peter Parker in New York a visit." So what I think that's going to happen, he's going to go back to his reality. He's going to look for a Peter Parker in his reality and visit him in New York. Now, the thing is, which Peter Parker is it? Going to be Toby, or is it going to be Andrew?
I don't think it's gonna be either one, because he was acting surprised about superpower beings. Right. The way he was talking in that bar, like he was the only person that got superpowers or other symbiotes. He had never heard of a Spider-Man, or he had never heard of a Superman, or whatever the case can be. So I don't think there's no superpower people. I don't think there's no superpower. I don't think there's no superpower beings in that particular universe besides him.
No, but there was Spider-Man pictures in Venom.
Yeah, on the subway when he blipped over here.
Yeah, no, in Venom.
Yeah, Venom had already come over here to our universe. He was in our universe when he saw that picture.
In the first Venom, wasn't there a bus stop or a thing, and they had was Spider-Man's
talking about murder?
Venom, the first Venom.
I don't remember that.
I think there was.
I know in Morbius there is. There's Morbius is a picture of Spider-Man saying murderer on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that there's no superheroes in Venom's universe like there are in ours, because that's why he was asking questions. So you said there's a green thing?
Yeah.
Oh. He said there's a man in a tin suit that flies around. So he's never heard of that in his universe. So I'm not sure how many superheroes there are in that universe. And then why would he be so amazed at seeing Spider-Man on the TV if he already saw him in his universe?
Well, he maybe never met him in the universe. I don't know, man. I swear I thought I saw it. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to check it out or rewatch it. But I remember seeing like in the subway or something that there was something in like a Spider-Man face or something.
I mean, it may be. I don't recall it.
How was it in your theater when Andrew Garfield popped out?
When he popped up, I mean, they yelled for like 10 seconds. Ah!
Yeah. And when he pulled, they yelled when he in my theater. They yelled when he jumped in right through the door, the portal, and then they yelled again when he pulled off his mask.
Yeah.
It was the same at mine. They did the same thing.
Then when Toby walked in, they were like, "Ah!" I think I even got that recorded. I said, "Let me record this. See how it sounds."
A lot of people recorded, man. There was some theaters that even had a standing ovation. People like doing the Arsenio Hall fist in the air type of thing.
Find Peter Parker. Find Peter Parker.
and that's why I was doing. Exactly. She was just lost her shit, man. It was, man.
That at the end, everybody gave a standing ovation.
Yeah,
But just
same
about,
here.
I guarantee, 80% walked out. There was a couple people said, I said, man, it's gonna be a second end scene credit. They sat down, but everybody else walked out. But I appreciate the ticket holder last night. He said, look, there's 2 scenes, so don't leave. A lot of
Oh, he
times,
told you.
yeah.
They should tell you when you go to those movies, right?
But
It's
I
kind of
always
cheating you, right?
I always look online.
Yeah.
And I type in how many end scene credits are there to whatever movie I'm watching. And
Is Ned a sorcerer? It's funny you just brought that up because I was going to talk about that. Apparently, if there was this plate with type of swords, and it's like Tibetan swords that is that comes from the same region where the Doctor Strange went to practice, and the language that the was the mother, it was the mother or grandmother. Grandmother was speaking is the same language which the Sorcerer Supreme was teaching in Tibet, or I think it was Tibet, right?
Yeah.
Or somewhere in Tibet or something like that. Yeah. So maybe it is. Maybe he's a descendant. And you saw Doctor Strange when he said, "You opened up the portal," and he's like, "Yeah," and he went, like, I'm gonna keep an eye out on you, right?
So you got too much cherry picking going on. I don't want to see him the next sorcerer. I didn't like the fact that Wong was Sorcerer Supreme now.
Well,
I want to see Doctor Strange back with that. I want to see him get the time stone back some kind of way. So I don't know how they can fix that, but I definitely want to see
They
that.
did change that scene because in the trailer, Wong told him, "Don't do that spell."
Yeah,
and they changed a lot. They changed a lot. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that was changed.
They definitely changed that.
Yeah,
I said that last night when I did it. Like,
MJ.
There's some stuff. And they did get her. Her name is Mary Jane Watson, but she don't use the Watson, so that was cool how they did that.
Yeah. Yep.
Complete different name, completely different person, just different MJ. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't it, Michelle?
I really like the part 2 where Andrew Garfield was able to save her.
Redemption. Remember?
Yeah.
We spoke about that. We spoke about that. Remember? As a prediction on that show, we said it. Wouldn't it be great? As Matt, the chemistry amongst the 3 Spider-Mans were great.
Yeah,
it was awesome. It was so well done.
Elevated my I always like Andrew Garfield. But it elevated my how I saw Tobey Maguire, and it definitely elevated what's the last guy's name? I can't think of his name.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland performances elevated my liking of them because to me, Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. But I like all 3 of them.
Very true.
Equal after seeing this, it really elevated Tom Holland's because I thought he was kind of like
this was a Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
This one really allowed me to like Tom Holland as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I didn't like him in the other movies, but this movie, it's just it was completely, there was something different about it. It really felt like Spider-Man. I don't know if it was the whole fact that they brought in the other 2, or I think it was the whole villains, the way the villains were fighting, the way it felt like you were reading a comic book, right?
To me, like he actually spent time reading Spider-Man comic book. To me,
right? Exactly.
I don't know if he did that on the first 2 movies. I think he was just so enamored that hey, I got Spider-Man, so I'm just gonna kind of fly by the seat of my pants. But it seemed like this time he really took time, went and read some comics,
did the research,
and So I definitely.
Ninja, how are you?
Oh,
sorry, Danny. Sorry, Danny. I didn't mean to cut you off. You were done, Danny, or I didn't mean to cut you off. Man.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like he really did his research this time, so I'm definitely liking him.
What's up, Ninja?
Nothing much.
How was your theater experience?
Oh, well, I saw it last night, and let me tell you, I was actually first one there, actually, and we were there for like an hour and a half early.
Okay.
To get the best seats possible. And my whole my whole theater was crowded. Every single seat was taken. Even people were sitting on the floor.
Really?
Jesus
Yeah, to
What?
see this movie. Yeah.
When's the last time you saw that?
Endgame.
I'll tell you,
was
man,
the one
this
that I
movie
saw.
is going to make $1 billion without even trying hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So-
it broke the record. It broke the record yesterday. It made 50 million already. And
On
I'm
one
like,
day.
One day. It only
Yeah,
started showing at the 4 o'clock. too.
I said this weekend it would do 150 plus, so it's on pace to do that.
Oh yeah, it will.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah. So you liked what was your greatest moment in this Ninja? What did you like the whole things that we were talking about? Peter Parker's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
so this is spoiler.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
talk about that. While you talk, I'm
Okay.
going to bring up something right now to the screen. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So there were many moments in this movie that made me cheer and all of that, like everyone on here. But honestly, my favorite moment has to be when Andrew saved Michelle
Mhm.
and
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Andrew is my favorite Spider-Man.
Oh yes.
And
Mhm.
that is just proper fan service and closure to his character.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that just really brought like yes, I love this movie just because of that alone.
And I'm glad they didn't kill Toby, because I read
Yeah.
in a spoiler that he got killed. So I could see it. I was like, look, he got his back turned to him. That's
You knew it was coming.
that's Green Goblin. He had those predator like damn knives on his forearm. I said, yeah, this is coming. And
Mhm.
but I do like how old boy was whipping his ass for about doggone
Oh,
30, 40
Tom.
seconds. He was putting the bricks on his ass, boy. So I definitely like that scene.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good
It was.
scene.
Yeah.
There was emotion in it. And see, that's the thing you saw when the Spider-Mans were together, right? And this is after Aunt May died, because I knew, I don't know about you guys, the moment she said, with great power comes great responsibility, I'm like, that's it, she's gonna die.
Yeah. Well,
When she said that line,
let me catch
Yeah.
my breath. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it off the bat. But I
Yeah.
liked how the Spider-Mans, the Andrew Spider, like they said, it's a Spider-Man 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
So how they knew that they needed to go and help Peter because of what has happened, right? And they share those stories, and those stories about loss and how it affected them. And it was
good.
great to see how you got a bit of history about Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, after Gwen's death, right? So years have gone by where he was. Remember, he said he went into a rage.
He got bitter.
Got bitter and started swinging at everything, right?
Started stop pulling his punches.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man that gives his history, that gives about him and MJ, that it's a complicated relationship and they're together, right? It's complicated. Now, for me, if Sony is smart, which I think they are, they're going to ride this bandwagon that this movie has created. And they have the ability right now to give us a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie where he is older, right? Because we got hints of him being older when he's stretching, right? Going, oh yeah, my back, that's what happens.
Having his daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Old man Spider-Man.
And they also could do Amazing Spider-Man 3 now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Since the popularity and interest seems to be there,
Yeah.
we can see what Andrew's doing. We can see what he's talking about.
Also, Andrew could pass down the torch to Miles in that universe.
Exactly.
That's true.
Well, they hinted it. They hinted it.
Electro hinted it. So
Yeah.
I like how that was done too. That was funny. Yeah. Oh man, you're just a teenage white kid. I was hoping for a black dude.
Oh yeah. No, the whole theater cracked up when they heard that. That was.
I'm gonna tell you what was cool too. How the Spider Sense was able to help Peter when he was in his astral form when Doctor Strange knocked him out of his body.
Yeah.
You can see how the Spider Sense was buzzing around his head.
Yep.
It was keeping
tingle?
the box. was keeping the box out of his hand and stuff. Like, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
So that spider sense was really
Yeah.
they showed it
Exactly.
really,
He's like, how
really
you doing
strong.
that? How you doing that?
Dandelion talks about Matt Murdock scene, which I thought was freaking fire.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he cut that brick.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did you do that?
Yep.
I'm a very good lawyer. I freaking loved it. I'm a very good lawyer. Yeah. And it's awesome, right? Because you know that winter scene at the end, right? When he's walking and it's snowing. Do you think it's parallel to what's going on in Hawkeye right now?
Say again? I didn't cut.
You know, at the end,
yeah.
right?
You
When
know,
he's
that's
walking outside, it's winter.
Yeah.
Because we just saw the Kingpin in this last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. I thought like, oh shit, is this around the same timeline right now? That he's walking down New York, Christmas and the holidays.
But
well,
it's not matching up because in the Netflix, he defeats the Kingpin and sends the Kingpin to prison. But now in the Hawkeye, see the Kingpin is free and walking around, so that's not matching up.
Well,
unless time has passed, he's done got out of prison. But I thought the way that they agreed upon the Daredevil that he was to stay in there like for life, and he wouldn't bother his wife.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right.
I don't know how they're working that.
Yeah, for sure it's going to be. I don't think it's the same universe. I don't think it's going to be the same universe.
Daredevil, the Daredevil.
Yeah, the Daredevil Netflix to what we're getting now. I don't think it's the same universe.
I think it is.
It is. I think.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be? It is. So you think they're going to explain to how he's out now?
Yeah, but what you said is now don't make sense because if Spider-Man is matching up to the Hawkeye thing, then Daredevil.
The timeline. I'm talking about the timeline. I'm not talking about that Spider-Man's going to be in Hawkeye or anything like that. But I'm like, in timeline wise, do you think? Because I saw the snow, and I'm just saying what I felt when I saw them walking in out of the coffee shop, and it was like it's snowing.
Honestly,
you were saying you didn't think they're going to be in the same universe, but they have to be in the same universe.
No, it is in the same. But I'm saying the same timeline at the same moment. Do you think that what was going on in Hawkeye is exactly what's going on in Spider-Man right now?
I think the last episode of Hawkeye, we might see somewhat of the events of the final battle of No Way Home, because in Hawkeye,
I agree.
If they do that,
say it. I know what you're saying. Go ahead, say it. Continue.
Yeah, they mentioned the Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing. So
if they tie that together like this and only a couple of days apart, Marvel will not ever be touched because that is just pure genius. If they tie Hawkeye.
I think the final battle on Hawkeye is going to be at the Rockefeller Center, and Spider-Man swung over the Rockefeller Center. So it'd be interesting. They'll fight, and all of a sudden you see Spider-Man just swing by in the background.
Yeah. That I think it is because I heard that part Ninja on last episode. That's why I mentioned it about is it going on around the same timeline, right? Like at the same time, but definitely, man.
If they do that, boy, wow.
You know what? We need to look back when Peter decided he was going to go out, and he was looking on his phone, and he saw the police scanner going on. Need to go back and look at that scene because I wonder if something's going to say something's going on in Rockefeller Center.
Oh.
Yeah, they had several different things. I didn't look at it.
Yeah.
You see when he goes into his apartment at the end, right? Did you guys get vibes of Tobey Maguire's aparther?
I did.
Yeah.
Why he got that tech? Why would he sew another suit? I didn't like
retro.
That look. It looked too.
It was the
glittery.
retro suit. Yeah.
It looked too glittery looking, shiny. I'm done used to the high tech nanites. I am, bro.
Come on, Danny. You know you have a pair of underwear like that.
Hey, I
love when I was a little boy, I used to rock the underoos, but
underoos. Oh my god! So check this out: 94% critic score, and 99% audience score.
That is fantastic.
That is.
Look at that.
And this is the first time that I actually agree with Rotten Tomatoes on both fronts, and that's been a long time because they say that same bullshit about how great Suicide Squad 2 was, and that was a bunch of horse shit. So
Yeah, it was.
I didn't like it at all. I
Yeah,
I
but
get
when it first
static.
came out, it had 100% Rotten Tomatoes. No, no way.
I like the first one. Everybody get mad. You like that? I can't like the
Yeah,
first one. I like the first
yeah, I like
one.
the first one. I do like the first one. Second one,
Yeah.
I don't like.
No, I don't either. I'm the same way. I wasn't impressed with it.
Yeah, Daniela is right. There was the Rogers musical in the movie,
Yeah.
so it does
Saw it, yeah.
ties into what's going on in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Supposed to be loosely related between Netflix and MCU. Yeah, we'll see how they're going to tie it up. Man, look how they're tying it up with TV shows right now. So even the cartoon, they're tying it up with the cartoon with What If.
Hey, they
So, my hat's off to them. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
they're
hat's off to
killing
them. King David comes in. Jamie Foxx said, "You two just gonna stare at my butt." Ask Nick. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
but,
funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hey,
Jamie Foxx is off the hook on this. He had me cracking up.
Yeah.
what were your previews? Did y'all see the one that was called the 355?
No.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Oh man, you need to check it out. It's like a whole army. When I say army, like 6 or 7 female James Bonds, and they originate from, I think, when President Washington was president, he had an unknown female super agent, and
Wow.
nobody knew about it but the president and the descendants of it, and then it branched off to a different country, like Germany had one, then Russia had one, then Turkey or whatever, and now they all are joining forces to take over somebody that's about to destroy the world. It looked pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
And I sent out a text to Anzo, Gaskar, and Chris Knight, and I said, "Oh, another woke movie."
Well, this one definitely didn't have any of that because it didn't even make me think about any wokeness or anything like that
Nope.
or any agendas
Nope.
in this movie, and that was great. And
Yep.
there's another thing, right? This shows that if you give us a great story, pandemic or not, people are going to go and see it, and this was the proof of it.
Mm-hmm.
This was the proof, pandemic or
And
not.
what was crazy
100%.
too, people was talking about, Doctor Strange gave him a mystic suit. I'm looking for it wasn't a mystic suit. He wore his suit inside out. I was like, what the fuck's that for? I didn't catch it till this night because that's how I said, why does this suit look like that?
Yeah. He inside out, he inverted his suit and just used it like that to be in the dark.
So I was like,
but it was great. Their chemistry was amazing, man. It was like so much better.
yeah, they put a lot of work into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, let me
Do
say
you know
that William
Go ahead.
Dafoe and
Oh, my God.
Evelina, they in a step. I was sitting there like, damn, William Dafoe still got it. I was like,
Yeah, they did.
boy.
All of them. I even like the guy that played the Sandman. He did so much better in this than the original.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was the same actor though.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he played it so much better. He played it with more confidence this time.
Mm-hmm.
Special effects look better.
So is
Yes.
this you could take the scene that you showing right now and the scene from the movie and put them side by side, so you see what happened. They shut, they edited them guys out, and then when you see it in the movie theater, it was
obvious.
fantastic.
It was obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. This bridge scene was crazy too. The fight scene between him and Doc Ock. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was good.
Shit was good when he linked up to Doc Ock's arms. That shit was funny.
With the nanotechnology. like a Bluetooth thing, like relinking, right?
Like we're synced up.
Yeah, we're synced up now. So you were saying
that was a good scene too. That was a good scene too.
Yeah, his suit is going backwards.
Yeah.
You can see all the wires and stuff.
Yeah,
you're real close. But I didn't see that last night. I was like, damn,
you're
Doc gave him a
absolutely
mystical
right.
suit. And then when you flip it back,
backwards.
if you notice that when he flips it back on is when he gets out of the truck with Norman Osborn and his Aunt May, and she says, "I trust you, Pete." Then he get it back on right side.
But William Dafoe was amazing.
I'm glad he got rid of that mask. I did not like that mask. I'm glad he broke it.
I think that's why he broke it, because a lot of fans didn't really like that.
I think that's why Sony wrote that in, honestly.
Yeah, have him break the shit.
The new look, much better.
the formula made him kill a split personality, and just breaking it down, breaking the mask was and going hooded. He looked like more like Harry than he does with the Goblin mask.
But why didn't the first serum work?
I think he made that.
The one that he at May stabbed him in the neck with?
Yeah. I
don't know.
I thought him and Peter was making that together.
But he was already fooling them, right? Because remember, Doc Ock went back and he was like laughing and was calling him,
that was a good scene because Peter's spider sense was going off. He said, "I'm not trusting somebody, and somebody's not right." And
somebody's fucking up.
Dandelion says it wasn't complete. It wasn't finished yet. Oh, that's possible too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's possible too. Yeah, it was great to see this guy back, Oscar.
Oh yeah.
He killed it, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
He really did. When they redo the chip and add it on, and you see that he was a good guy initially, right? He wasn't really a bad guy.
Yeah. Did y'all see the episode or the interview where Jamie Foxx, and Willem Dafoe on there, and him and Willem Dafoe were talking about, man, they hadn't done this in like 20 years, man. They were 20 years older. And he said, I got a double chin now. But he said, oh, but they got technology that can take all that away.
Yeah, because that first scene that you see him, it looks like he got some bad plastic surgery or something. And then
his hair looked funny too, like look patted down or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like a rug. It looked like a rug piece. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, this scene was amazing. It was insane. And that's the part you were talking about, Danny, when he was like,
if you go back and look at it, you can see like his spider sense tingling when he's like, damn, am I dead?
Yeah.
Then he saw that his physical body could dodge Doctor Strange trying to get that box.
Yeah. I know. He's like, how are you doing this?
It was awesome. Even from the beginning, that's how it started, right? With them escaping, and it was well done. I don't know about you guys. For me, this is my number 2.
Oh yeah, it knocked Endgame out of the number 2 spot.
Yeah, I still have Infinity War first, and then this one.
Too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I said that same thing.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
This was definitely.
It's definitely in my top 10. That's a damn sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's top 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I fully agree, Danny.
Dandelion, I agree with you. My theater was only in 3D. I don't really like 3D movies.
I bet it would be cool though to see some of that web spinning in 3D though. And I love how they do the Spider-Man movies at the end. They just go through the city, spinning webs and stuff. I'm glad they got back to that.
Speaking of that, I kind of crack out when they were talking about. So that does just come out of your skin? Do you?
Oh yes, yes.
I'll die.
Does it come out of any other places?
Oh yeah.
He said, "Say it loud. You're amazing. You're amazing." Okay.
Yeah.
You know you're the amazing Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
It was cool that they did that.
They got because he got kind of the short end of the stick, right? In the Spider-Man's, he loses his Uncle Ben, then he loses his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So and Tom Harlan, he lost his Tony Stark, and he lost his Aunt May. So it's something, man.
I fought a black alien. Yeah, I fought a purple alien. Yeah, I don't even fought a guy in a armored rhino suit.
A Russian.
Yeah, Russian. There you go.
Russian rhinoceros suit.
Did you guys notice when at that scene where Doctor Strange is trying to keep the
Rio Rhino? The Rio Rhino was up there.
You noticed that? There was silhouettes, huh? There was silhouettes of I saw the Rhino, and apparently at a certain part you can even see Westview.
I thought I saw that guy who they're talking about. What's his name? They're gonna be in Thor, the God Butcher.
Is that the one with the staff?
Kristen Bale's character?
That's who it looked like to me. I was like, hey, that's that God Butcher. Well, why would he have any interest in Spider-Man? Because they were saying all those people
that new Spider-Man. See, that's a thing that bothered me a bit with that was my only gripe, because they said everyone who's here is because of you.
Yeah.
And Venom and Brock were there, but they didn't know a Spider-Man, but they were pulled into that realm, right? Why?
Well,
Right.
here's
But
the thing.
I found a plot hole too.
The symbiotes, though, share like a mind thing.
Like a
If
hive
you
collective.
remember, yeah, the hive mind thing. So that's how Venom knows Peter knows Spider-Man. So that to me, I guess, kind of makes sense. I wish if they explained it better.
Yeah, that's something that I'm sure they're gonna talk about it and tie it up when the time comes, right? Because now the thing is that we know there's gonna be a Spider-Man in Venom 3, right? They confirmed, but the question is, which Spider-Man are we getting in Venom 3?
Yeah.
Right? Is it Tom Holland? Is it Andrew Garfield? Or is it old man Toby?
Right.
Right? We don't know.
Yeah.
But we know that Tom Holland has been, signed for what, three more movies?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, trilogy.
And for a new trilogy. So what that trilogy is it going to be between universes?
But it might be like Secret Wars or something.
Sony said that they're still going to collaborate with MCU.
Sony's going to play this. They're making money.
Yeah, they're not stupid.
They don't have to do much of the work either.
Yeah, I think I will keep some of those merchandising too, because those toys are gonna fall off the shelf now, but you see that pack with all 3 Spider-Man? Shit. I'll pay $25-$30 for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small plot hole. I don't know if y'all caught it. Okay, you remember when Peter first came to Doctor Strange and he's like and he was asking for help, and then he was like, "Oh, there's nothing I can do," and then Wong made something about don't do that thing, and he said, "Oh, you made me throw this, whatever the name of the spell was."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Well, you can't do that because
forget about it." Or he said, "Forget about it." He goes, "You just
that dabbles in the known and the unknown." He said, "Do you remember such and such and such?" He's like, "No." He said, "Yeah,
exactly
because he cast that spell." Now, if Strange remembered it and Wong couldn't, then why would he forget Peter Parker when he cast that spell? Because if you cast a spell, you should remember everything. He said that he would forget Peter Parker too. So if you are casting a spell, why would you forget something?
Yeah, well, we also heard from the trailer footage him remembering it. So it's like, I don't understand that.
Venom,
the second post-credit scene.
Ansel says Venom was pulled in because of the Loki stuff, and this was because of the spell.
And it was because of the spell.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that, Loki.
I think this is the way they can show the Venom that we want to see.
Right.
Whether or not Sony will let them do that, but it would be cool if they had two Venoms. The Eddie Brock Venom doing his thing, and then he left that Spawn or whatever, and then that becomes the Venom and attaches maybe to the Eddie Brock in this universe. Because Peter should, if we see Spider-Man 4, Peter should be out of high school now. He should be like the reporter, working with J. Jonah Jameson on the Daily Bugle. That's the next evolution.
Yeah, because we don't know if he's going to MIT. We don't know if he's going to MIT.
He erased his memory.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers him.
Nobody remembers him.
So he should be older and doing the photography thing now. He's not doing any of that now. So the next Spider-Man, that's what he should be doing.
It'd be interesting. So they bring a Gwen Stacy in this one too.
That's exactly right. You know what I want to see? Hold on, I'll show you who I want to see. Hold on.
I don't know if they're going to give him another Gwen Stacy. I think that's going to be totally Andrews. I think he's going to reconnect with MJ some kind of way.
You think so?
What? They're not going to get rid of Zendaya?
Well, yeah.
Oh no! I don't.
No, Zendaya is part of. Yeah, she's part of the franchise.
So they're going to reconnect, or they're going to be some kind of spell or something, or he's going to win her back. They're not. Because what's she going to do?
Well, maybe
she's
Black
not love
Cat.
interest. Maybe what?
Black Cat would be introduced.
Yeah.
In this
Alicia
Hardy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alicia Hardy.
That's what you're talking about, Android?
Yeah.
Well, now Felicia Hardy, yeah, she is
That's who I
Ooh,
want to
boy.
see,
sexy
Yeah,
beast.
exactly.
because the storyline with her and him and their history in the books is something.
It's
Is something.
crazy.
Is something. Yeah. But that's the thing what we were saying earlier, right? That the it's so endless now what Sony can do with all three characters, right?
Yep.
Andrew, like I was saying
Right.
before, Toby can go back. He's older. He's doing Spider-Man less now because he's older and he's focusing on family, has a daughter. Spider-Girl comes along, you know. Then you have Andrew who goes back to his reality, seeing what he learned from this one, right? Seek out his MJ, maybe,
Yep.
or Felicia Harding. It's they could do so much.
Right. Right.
And people, and like Danny said earlier, like Andrew especially has a huge fan following, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that justice wasn't made for him in those movies. They could have done so much more with better writing, and they showed that they can do better writing with this movie.
Right.
So if they put on those hats and come together and give us a story like this, with other villains, because there is tons of villains for Spider-Man, right?
Yes. Yep.
So
They could even bring back another Mysterio.
yes, they can.
You could.
Absolutely. Mysterio was only in one of them. They can bring him
Look
on
at this
another
right
one.
here. Oh, you know, and you know
That was
they
a
keep
that was a fan theory.
the talk
Fan
to
theory.
Craven.
Yeah. Talking
Yeah,
about
right there, boy.
Mysterio's alive and he's up behind everything. I was like,
Yeah, those fan drawing stuff, man,
That's a
and
hell of a
what they
position
drew
on
in
the
the
side of the
comic
wall,
books
boy.
too. Kind of cold on the
ooh,
window though.
Shit.
Yeah. No, it's endless the stories they can tell on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they want to bring it out as a TV series, right?
Yep.
Like if they
could.
want to do Spider
Could.
Girl as a TV series, bring in Tobey Maguire, do a limited series of that. It's endless,
You're right.
endless.
They definitely get the source material, and if they do it right, they get enough material and enough, I think, enough interest to man. This thing could go another decade or two.
Mhm.
But one thing they can't do, they can't rush these
Nothing.
Spider-Man movies. I don't want to see one every year.
No,
No, no,
If
I
they can do
agree.
it every other
every
year,
2 to 3. You know what? I'd rather wait
if it's gonna be
and
good
make
like
sure
this,
you do it. Yes,
Do it right.
100%,
Do it right. Do
100%.
it right.
I would keep this guy on. I didn't know he did the first two, but like he got better third time's a charm. But I would definitely keep this director. He
He
seems
probably
to know what
listens
he's
to the
doing.
fans more than anything. He's like, okay, I see what y'all saying. Let's do this better.
Yeah.
Oh, this was definitely a fan movie. They listened and they researched and they took the time. You can see it.
And this
It's
is the
not
guy. Yeah.
it's not what it's not a Rise of Skywalker mashup where scattershot, and they
Yeah.
actually
And
thought about it and yeah, definitely
this is
you could tell these editors and these storyboards and stuff like that, they sat down and they made
You know, I
sure
didn't even see
that
no
this should be
bad
true.
editing because you know sometimes
Oh,
a screen will
no.
jump for something. Man, it all
Mm,
man. This
no.
pandemic might be made this movie better than what it normally would have been.
True. I know
yeah.
this
Because they had
director is set to do the Fantastic Four, so I'm like,
uh,
you did this well. Okay.
I would be so skeptical to do that because the last three have been horse shit.
I think he'll
Yeah.
do. I did. You know what? He did this well. I think he'll do a great job. Yeah, especially the third one. That was.
Yeah,
I,
I would just be a little
whew,
apprehensive because that's the best one to me was the first one they did with Jessica Alba and Chris
yeah,
Evans,
yeah, yeah.
but the other ones, then that third one was totally crazy.
31's like 45 minutes in. I'm like done.
Because first
Yeah.
he had to have some kind of braces on him to help him keep his plastic stuff. I never seen that. If I'm not mistaken, didn't no boy have something to help his flame? Michael B. Jordan,
uh, yeah, I think
something to ignite his flame or something. Then the
something like
Invisible
that.
Girl, she couldn't.
Flame on.
Then
Shit, I'm
that
out of lighter fluid. Can't do it.
And that new Doom, he was
Oh,
too
yeah.
damn powerful.
Black burnt out mannequin. Yeah, I didn't like that. No. Like
Yeah.
a burnt crash dummy.
Now,
Do you
my
hear
question to
Daddy
you guys
Line
is,
Ahmad?
yeah, I did. I just did. Yeah, I just did. What do you think we're gonna get to see Miles Morales anytime soon?
Probably the next Spider-Man.
What
Next
Or
Spider-Man, you think?
when does the
if
Spider
they
Verse come out?
decide to pull the trigger on Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 3, we'll definitely see him because they done set
Yeah.
that up with Electro and
Mhm.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
definitely see that if they green light the Amazing Spider-Man 3, which I hope they will.
I think they will.
I hope.
I think they will. Because
Yeah.
he was signed up. He was in contract for a third movie that he never got, right?
I think
If
so.
I remember correctly.
That is true. That is true.
See,
So
this
I
is the
don't
same
know-
effect
I don't know
I
about that.
think. I'm hoping that Black Adam will have to revitalize Superman. If Black Adam is successful like this movie is, and we all agree that this Spider-Man could breathe life into the other two,
Mhm.
I'm hoping that Black Adam will breathe life into them re-signing Henry Cavill, doing a Black Adam versus Shazam versus Superman. Maybe that's a blockbuster in itself, and then that will propel them to do a Man of Steel 2.
Mhm.
That's what I hope will happen. That is my
Oh,
wish.
100%. 100%. You know what? I agree with you, Danny, on that because if they give the fans what they want, it's going to make money.
Right.
And this is proof of that. Trish J, hey, fellow gamer of Call of Duty, thank you for stopping by. Yes, it's only exclusive to theaters only. Exclusive to theaters only.
Speaking of theaters, I just looked up. So far, overseas, it made 114 million.
Damn. In just one day?
2 days.
2 days to the count, including today, right?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna make $1 billion. It might make $1 billion if it's gonna be in China before the end of the year.
I think in January. I think somebody said.
I agree
Yeah,
to say
in January. I heard
if
January as well.
If it was to make China before the end of the year, it might make $1 billion before the end of the year.
Mhm.
But if this is right, it can. Because right now the highest grossing movie is Fast and Furious, right? For this year.
Yes.
It might, at this rate, it might pass Fast and Furious.
Definitely. I want to touch what King David just wrote here. So those leaked Spider-Man and Daredevil pics were real. Actually, yes and no. Because we got leaked that he was at the police station sitting in a chair with them. That was a leaked one of the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
And there was also a deleted scene apparently that in the courtroom where they were supposed to the opposing attorney was supposed to be the woman that's going to play She-Hulk. That they edited out apparently.
That's not true. Yeah.
That's not true. That was
I'm
what I
saying that
read
didn't
in the leaked.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm saying that didn't happen.
that's what I read in the leaked. You know that leak thing that was going around and stuff.
I'm not saying it's not true. As in it may not happen. I'm saying
that
didn't happen.
We didn't get it to happen at all.
Yeah.
I want to see the lead scenes for this.
Yeah.
Man, if they would have done
the dude from Triumph played Doom.
Oh my God, man, that would have been the crowd would have went crazy. More crazy than it did.
Yeah, right.
What Spider-Man villain you all want to see in the new trilogy? For me, I want to see Mr. Negative, the Chameleon, and Kraven the Hunter. I would say Kraven the Hunter on this one.
Yep.
I'm going with Kraven.
I'm gonna tell you who'd be a good Kraven, but it probably won't happen.
Who?
Aquaman, bro.
Yes, he would actually.
Yes.
Somebody say your boy from The Boys, Butcher, would be good too.
Yeah.
I don't. Kraven is muscular looking. I don't see him being muscular.
Oh, he is muscular though.
The guy that
plays
the guys that play Butcher.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not that. He can buff up. Then it says, "I'm pissed. They're closing theaters from Monday to the new year here in BC. Yeah, it's starting up all over. Yeah, it's starting all over up here. They just closed the theater. The theaters are going to be held now to only 50% capacity. Stores, malls as well, 50%
Well, we
capacity.
got our first 3 cases of the Omicron in my
Yeah,
state.
that's what's happening here. And now they're talking that as of January, we're going to have to get a mandatory 3rd dose of the jab. So here we go again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Booster.
Norway. One guy, I don't know what I was listening to. Guy is in Norway had to
Tombstone.
shut
Go ahead.
down
Comedian would be tight,
his
too.
the theater. He had to refund their money, and then they said we're gonna reopen the theater, but there's only limited seats, and you have to get them online. So the guy bought the ticket, they gave him the refund back, and then he had to wait online to get a ticket. That's in Norway right now.
Well, that's how it is up here, at least in Montreal. When we go to the theater, we have to order them online or on a computer outside of the theater, and you're assigned your seats. So there's no more. I actually like that because you can show up whenever you want. You already have your seat, so you can go to concessions, buy your popcorn and stuff, and no one's going to be in your seat. Actually, there was two women in our seats yesterday. And they give us this look, and they had to move. They were trying to, I don't know why they were up ahead, so it didn't make any sense why they were trying to take our seats. But anyways, your seats are assigned, so there's no one, there's no rush to get there like 2 hours early of a theater just to make sure you get a good seat. Yeah. Chameleon, Craven, Tombstone. Yeah, Tombstone's a badass.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Comedian.
Yeah. You're welcome.
They also showed the Sonic 2 trailer. It looks pretty good.
Sonic 2? I didn't get to see it yet. My theater showed Ambulance.
Yes.
It showed Ambulance, and it showed I don't remember.
Man, I showed one what's the guy that play Shannon Tatum? He got some kind of government dog or something. Like a bomb dog from the war.
Oh yeah, I saw. They showed that. It looked pretty good.
Dog. There's
the handler got killed, and I think the dog, like he got PTSD or whatever, and he's mean as fuck to everybody. And then I guess him and Shannon Tatum got a bond or whatever. I don't know if it's based on a true story or not, but that's what they showed.
That's the one with the old girl from Shang-Chi. She's got one where she's going multiverse into. That looks kind of interesting.
I heard that, but I didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was in the trailer. She just some guy told me she had to save the multiverse for different versions of herself.
There's something like the one with
no. I mean the one. I like that movie.
with Jet Li.
Jet Li. That's Jet Li one, right?
Yeah, that was the one where he kept killing different versions of himself and becoming stronger.
Yeah. No, she just keeps on going back and forth through different realities of herself.
Definitely go see that movie in the theater. I'm talking about No Way Home, Trace.
Yeah, you gotta
see that before they shut your theater down or whatever. Go check it out.
Yeah.
What is Moonfall? What the hell that is?
That was the other one. Moonfall. Yes.
That's with Halle Berry.
Yeah, the moon comes and attacks Earth. The moon is coming to us.
Yeah.
It
looks weird.
Trash.
Yeah, it does, because it's like, okay, I understand moon could lose an orbit, but there's something going on that happened in 1969 when they landed on the moon.
Yeah,
So
when I get off here, I gotta go catch out the next episode of the
Witcher,
the Wheel of Time.
The Real Time.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'm gonna watch that.
Fire,
I'm gonna watch
bro.
the first episode tonight.
It is fire, bro.
I've been watching Arcane, so I've been getting in that.
Y'all need to check out that first season of CW. Whew. I love it.
I got here. I was hoping for a reduced capacity rather than complete closure. Our theaters are quiet. Yeah, here it's reduced capacity, so hopefully it changes. If not, I'm sure you'll be able to see The Matrix.
I've never seen the movie.
Other means.
They saw this movie at 3:00 yesterday and today. every 30 minutes it was playing. I think they had like 4 or 5 theaters. It was like 3 o'clock, 3:30,
Showing
four
it.
o'clock, four
Wow.
thirty, 5 o'clock. So they're gonna make that. And this is the only MCU movie that both nights I went, it
Hmm.
was pretty
Mhm.
much 80% capacity.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
David, a good site. I don't know. You can check with Anzo. I know he knows
yeah, check what I was.
places
I
that.
thought I thought he told you last night. I thought you asked that.
Yeah. The other preview was
Hell,
Fall Guys.
if you
Right?
go
Was
on
absolutely.
fucking YouTube, David, you can piece together clips and then see about the whole damn movie.
Yeah.
Cause man, they got a clip
Yeah.
for every part of the movie, and you damn near
Yeah.
can watch the whole thing if
Some
you just
guy,
pushing
some
the.
guy from India was posting like crazy the other day. I was like, dude, come on now.
Yeah.
Real quick, the Hollywood Reporter. I just looked up. The Hollywood Reporter is predicting 220 million plus domestically for the weekend.
Whew, I don't know if it'll be that high, but it's gonna hit 150, 160 all in the ass.
Oh, thanks, Ninja, for that.
Yeah.
I don't think we should put that in the public chat though, just
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
case. That's cool.
What
Yeah.
do you do? Is it in private?
He sent it in the link in the private chat. David, if you have my Twitter, I can send it to you through a DM. Ninja was nice enough to share a link.
Is that the full
Yeah,
thing?
man.
Yeah. That's the full thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know how the quality is out there right now, but
It's
definitely
it's okay.
it's okay.
You know that I saw. Yeah.
Crazy.
You can hear everything at least.
Yeah, it's not like in subtitled in Punjab.
Yeah. There's no subtitles.
The subtitles. Oh my gosh, man! I don't know, man. This movie for me, definitely. I said it. Guys, final thoughts on it? Expectations? What do you think is going to happen?
I hope they take advantage of this opportunity they got, like, because it's like Spider-Man has been breathed new life to old ones. So I would take the ball with it and run if it were I.
Indrid?
Honestly, I'm
We do it tomorrow, Dannyland, tomorrow.
okay. Honestly, I'm just really pleased in John Watts. You know, I really hated Far From Home, so seeing No Way Home
she was
and
in the
all,
final.
I just really loved No Way Home, and honestly, my opinion actually kind of changed. No Way Home is my favorite MCU movie.
Hmm.
For me, it beat
What?
Infinity War just because
No.
of one little thing, and that's just enjoyment level, and just the comic book accuracy and all of that. That's one little thing. I still think the Infinity War was better written. I will always say that, and
Right.
it's a better made film.
Mhm.
But I enjoy No Way Home more, I will say. So that's my general thoughts.
I think No Way Home might have had a little bit more nostalgia moments,
Yeah.
but overall, I don't know if it beats Infinity War, man. That's just like, yeah, oh my shit. Oh God, what? Thanos did what?
You should have gone for the head.
Oh,
Yeah, man. G Major.
Great movie. Great acting. Very impressed. It was emotional. Certain times. There's one time I choked up. It got kept on. But yeah, good movie. I give it an A.
Mm-hmm. An A. Wow.
Yep.
I definitely give this movie an A plus. I'm a Spider-Man fan, but it's like this close to taking my number one spot, but I can't. Infinity War for me was a huge movie that built up so much hype, right? With the whole the Infinity Saga, Thanos getting those stones, that bar is set so high, and this movie came this close to like matching that bar.
Right.
right? It's if not tied for number one, it's very close to it, and that's
Mm-hmm.
because Spider-Man was my superhero growing up
Right.
and stuff.
Excuse
But
me.
definitely, but you know what it has made me watch? It
What?
made me start watch today. Well, I went out and I got some Chinese food and I brought it home, and my wife and I started watching Civil War again, right? Because that's the first,
That's right. Time period.
that's when we were first,
Introduced to
presented
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man and the Black Panther, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of great because those were two of, Stan Lee, those were his babies, right? Black Panther for
Mm-hmm.
him was very important as well in the
Right.
MCU and and Marvel Comics. I mean, and when they're talking about the Sokovia Accords, right? Guys, go watch that scene when they're debating about the signing and how
Mm-hmm.
politicians and agendas.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I swear to God, it felt they were talking about everything we're going through right now with this vaccination mandates and stuff. Like, go back and watch that freaking that segment of it, because I was like, I looked at my wife, she looked at me, and she's like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, "Really?" It really it's really something freaky.
Right. I hear you.
Hey, Brittany. But yeah, like
What's up, Brittany?
it's this movie's made me want to go watch everything from Civil War and then rewatch everything back to the beginning. That's what this movie does with me.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
I agree with Ninja. No Way Home is the best MCU movie, the best Spider-Man movie. Oh, definitely best Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say this is the best
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man movie, and after that, it's the animation of Into the Spider-Verse. That's for
Oh,
me
yeah.
are the best.
For me, Spider-Man 2, then.
Spider-Man 2? Yeah,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'll be up for Christmas Day, but my sister will give me hell if I don't spend the day with family. Maybe do an everyone roundtable next Sunday at Comic Chat. Oh, because the holidays?
Yeah, that's about 10 people. I don't
Yeah.
know about that, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. Around for tomorrow, though, right?
Yes, tomorrow's a go.
8:30. Cool. Well, that's being said, I want to thank everybody. Guys, let's go around the table. Nindroid, tell the people where they can find you.
All right. You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243. We're over there. I have lots of fan edit projects. Currently, I'm re-editing Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, into a better movie called Episode 9 From the Darkness. So if you want to come over and check out what I'm doing, fixing up that movie for fans who did not like it, come check it out. There's a lot of hard work put into them and all of that, a lot of people behind the scenes. So yeah. And I also do my shows, my own reviews. Yesterday I streamed 3 times. There was a road trip freaking live stream where I recorded me going to the theater and all of that, and yeah, my reaction right after the theater and all that. So go check out that stuff. And guys, Scar, thank you for having me on.
No problem, man. Anytime. G Major.
Yep, you can find me at What Up Joe. We Mondays I kind of check out what's gone happen in the entertainment during the week, and Wednesday's the Hump Day Mix. This Wednesday coming up is gonna be special. This I used to DJ at a college bar, and we're gonna do some house remixes, some old classic pop songs back in the day I used to play there. So that's this Wednesday coming up.
Awesome. Check that out. Mr. Danny, aka Comic Chat.
Hey, I'm Danny, aka Comic Chat tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If everything goes good and I'm not having to work, you can catch me on Square One on my channel, starring me, Alzo, Roberto, and Chris Knight. Later on that evening, you can catch me, Guy Scar, Perp Minded, Dandelion, and I'm thinking there's one Road Comics if he comes in. We will be doing the this week's episode of the Hawkeye Roundtable, which I thought was one of the better episodes of the series. Still not in love with the series, but I don't hate it either. And so look forward to that. Next weekend, of course, is Christmas, so we'll probably be doing the final roundtable. Either that's Friday if possible. I don't know. Or maybe we may do it that Sunday. We may wait till the following week and do it. But we'll definitely get it in one way or the other. But thanks again for invite. If you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, go check it out. It is definitely worth your money.
Amen.
Good stuff. El Capitan says, love the poster comic. He likes your background.
Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, he's a big Dragon Ball Z fan, this guy.
Just,
No, I'm loving it. Spray Star shirt you got on. Dig that.
oh, that's 3030 from
yes.
Brave
Yeah.
Star.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I am Basco, or Guy Scar from the Basco Scenario. Catch me here every Wednesday on the Hangout. And tomorrow, stay tuned because I think I'm going to do a cockpit conversation with Jason Lee Tucker. That, anybody that wants to jump onto that is welcome. Just basically flying around and talking. And that's going to be for JJ because we're going to be taking off from Jacksonville, Florida and going on that route. So, guys, with that, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. And saying that, we out. Peace.
All right, guys, Scar. This one's for you. The beat is fire and I'm ready to go because it's time for the Basco scenario. Some people like flair, some people like flash, but if it ain't hot, some people call it trash. I call him vanilla chocolate. He just like money fits well in my pocket. Watch it now or watch it later. His name so fly, it means liberator. Sit back, relax, and watch the show. Gascar, get ready, man. It's time to go. Peace. Basco scenario coming to you each and every week. Peace.
Is there any stuff?